What is going on, guys? This is Apex 27. I'm just setting a few things up here. I'm trying to get my get a multi-chat for both streams, because I'm trying to stream on YouTube and Twitch again, and this third-party thing wait, hello? Why didn't it? Yeah, short, whatever. There we go. You need to select one or more channels. What? Whatever. Okay, I think we're good. I guess we will find out. Okay. Oh my god. Stream's current bitrate. Oh, it would be nice if things would just work right the first time, you know? And I didn't have to... Okay. Well, then why'd you tell me it wasn't good? So strange, man. It says it's connecting to YouTube, which is annoying, because it should just work. Let's see if refreshing it does anything. Oh my god. Please. Please. Please connect. I want to just be able to stream. Okay, well, that's clearly not working. I'm gonna lose it. Okay, we're just gonna start going. Sorry, everybody, for that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this combined stream chat thing is gonna work. At least not today. That's fine though. I can pop out both chats. There. Also Streamlabs. Okay. Okay. Cool. We should be good to go as far as just actually streaming and chatting and stuff. Hopefully this time the YouTube chat doesn't fall out. Great. Great first invasion. Sorry, I just sneezed twice. Okay, cool. Frog wall. I mean, boss door. Same thing. Alright. Needed to blow my nose after I sneezed. So that's why I was silent. Anyway, I haven't streamed since last Friday. But we're back, and now that I'm back today, I'll probably be streaming every day for the foreseeable future. Next week I have a weird thing happening where, so I work remotely now, and I only have to attend a Zoom call every Tuesday with the business that I work for. Trying to fuck with my mic cord because it's bent in one area and it's really annoying. But yeah, this next week coming up on the 27th, I think, they're doing this thing that kind of sounds like it's going to be an everyday thing just for that Tuesday through Friday. Because it's called Empowerment Week is what it's called, and you know, that implies that it's going to be more than one day, right? And they haven't said it's only going to be one day, so I'm just going to attend on Tuesday and see what happens. Shit, I muted my mic apparently. Probably to... Because I'm like still waking up and I'm still making, you know, disgusting wake up noises. Like I still have like build up from overnight snot and shit. Sorry. But yeah, I'm having to mute my mic because I'm like coughing and clearing my throat and sneezing and shit. Anyway, point is, I was saying, okay, it's 3 people, it's dark as fuck. Fuck you for playing at night. Motherfucker. Okay. He's running for it. Wasn't there 3? I thought it was 3. Maybe he's running to his other buddy. Ah. Get back here. Damn, that's tough. Some people's desperation is kind of funny, honestly. Okay, still looking good. Give me a moment. I'm gonna run my coffee through again because I like to do that to make it a little extra strong. Okay. Hopefully y'all can't hear that bubbling over, but we're bubbling up. But yeah, coffee on the way. Not gonna lie, on this build, because I don't go buy things on it, it's kind of fun to watch the souls build up. On other builds, I use a lot of arrows on most of them, pretty much all of them. And I'm constantly spending the souls to get the arrows back, especially since the bone bow came out. Pretty much always buying arrows every couple invasions. And a lot of that is because people are not willing to come to me a lot of the times, and I'm impatient and don't want to make them come to me. Don't want to wait for them to come to me. So I use the bone bow to piss them off and get them to come to me. Oh my god, was there a guy behind me? Wow, it floated towards me. There it is. That was pretty fun. I think there was a guy behind me and he got crushed by a ball. That's funny. That was quite a good one. Alright. It's going to take me a couple streams to have faith in my multi-stream connection. Alright, coffee is done running through again, so I'm gonna go pour it and put cream in it and come sit back down. Okay, I'm back. Might actually need a little more cream. That's okay, I'll wait until after this. It's 3 people again. Please, not a boss door. Okay. Not a boss door. Or are they? Oh, they'd be downstairs, wouldn't they? No! Okay. Oh well. More cream. Sorry for the blunder. My big dumb ass just didn't expect the summon to roll behind me like that. I thought they were going to, you know, go downstairs and try to avoid being in a small room with a big explodey thing. So when he rolled behind me, I was like, oh, a brain hurt? No brain? Brain not braining? Yeah, that's the perfect amount. There we go. Okay. Nice. Oh, does my title say the right thing? I just realized. Okay, yeah, it does. Because when I do the multi-stream thing, I launch on Twitch, and then YouTube follows it. But I think it's just using the same title that I've been using, which is the standard title anyway. Man, I wish the store ramen didn't come with like the most copious amounts of salt possible. And like, not only is it cancerous, but it obviously dehydrates the shit out of you. Oh, okay. Okay. So, for this is gonna be pretty much for anyone watching right now and anyone who watches the VOD and stays for 26 minutes or doesn't skip this part to get to the good stuff or something. I am heavily considering, like, I might start today. I've already made the roster for it. I'm tweaking it a little bit here and there, and I'll definitely let the comments influence my decisions for the future videos. But I'm thinking about doing a what if. Let me be educated. What are you doing? You did not purposely trap me here. And you also did not fucking idiot. Fuck off. God. Anyway, solo host, dude. He's already blocked. As I was saying, I'm thinking about doing a what if, very heavily considering starting a what if From Software made a hero shooter like Marvel Rivals. More like Marvel Rivals than Overwatch or any of the other hero shooters. And I'm going to incorporate all of the Souls-like games. So all the Dark Souls games, we got Demon Souls, we got Sekiro, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring. And, you know, if Night Rain eventually brings in some new characters that we care about, then I'll maybe bring them into if they're unique enough and, you know, feel like they can fill the roster more, fill a spot in the roster. And whatever game comes after that, you know, I'll probably do that for those videos as well, or for that time frame as well. But the first one I'm thinking about doing. I'll even give you what characters I'm going to do. Radagon, Radon, Mikola, and Gwyn. So 3 major Elden Ring characters and 1 Dark Souls 1. I will say that. So I'm gonna draw them because I'm an artist who draws, pretty well. I'd say I'm like a tier, not like S tier artist. And I'm going to try to get it as close to the Marvel Rivals art style as I can, like a mixture between mine, Marvel Rivals, and From Software's. But it's going to be closer to mine and Marvel Rivals. It's just going to be like based off the original From Software designs. So that's why the From Software art style kind of comes into play. But not only am I going to draw them, but I'm going to try to make movesets for them. Like for instance, Radon, right? Just to give you an idea of what I'm thinking of already. Radon would be a Vanguard, which is basically the tank. Without calling it a tank, that's pretty much the tank class. So it would be the Radon from the game where he's already like rot infested, riding on the horse that he has, whose name escapes me right now, and he would have like a regular basic attack where he just slashes diagonally with his swords. One of his moves would be hold on. His ultimate would be the meteor. He would turn into a meteor and smash down. He would be able to like aim at the beginning, and then just it would just be from that point on it would be out of his control once he aims the main direction. Okay, this looks like we have like a summon. Oh no, it was a blue. That was what it was over here. A blue spawned in this direction, I think. Okay. Damn. Got him. Always just gotta delay those beams, I'm pretty sure there was a blue, but they didn't come fast enough. So yeah, his ult would be going into the stratosphere, aiming down, and just like above the map, like Hela, where she's like, Hell unleashed. And then, I don't know, some of his other moves might be like, he does the like roar, where he like uses gravitational pull to pull everybody in. And then slams the ground to do an explosion. Which there wouldn't be any rolling in this, I don't think. It's not a hero shooter with rolling. It would be how it is in Marvel Rivals, where you just have to know what people will do when they get close to you and try to like space yourself and avoid it. And then you know, another one of his attacks might be summoning meteors that just rush after people. And then another move might be the collapsing stars to also make somebody come in closer to him. I would think harder about these, and then maybe if I think if he gets another ability, I don't know how many I've said so far, but it would be like a giant sweeping slash. You know, and then with Mikola, you know, Mikola would get like his ult would be the big satellite beam that comes down and blows everything up. It wouldn't be. It would be like similar to Moon Knight's ult, where he screams, "The moon will haunt you," or "The moon haunts you," and a bunch of stuff smashes down. It'd be like that kind of radius, and kind of like it is in the game, you know, for when you're players, not the boss, but when you're player versus player, and they cast that spell, that would be his ult. And then he would have a move where he charms you, obviously, by getting close enough to you to like whisper in your ear or whatever. Kind of like Mantis, where she sedates you, but probably have to get closer for that. And then you would just, you know, be sedated, essentially. He'd be a strategist, by the way. Forgot to mention that part. He'd have some healing. Let's see, what else? I'm struggling to think of Mikola moves, but you get the idea until I finalize all this stuff. Is this just a solo host? No, it's 2 people. Or it will be. Vare mask gank. Where the fuck is the summon? How unfortunate. No. Yeah. I don't know where your fucking summon went. He really let you down. Gotta remember that. NTH Talker and Sammy Q. Anyway, but the reason I'm bringing up both Radahn and Mikola is because in Marvel Rivals there's team-up abilities, and after, you know, explaining that and getting the gist of what both characters would do to you, now I'm going to explain that they would have a team-up ability where Mikola would have to be the initiator of it. Oh, you know what's funny? The souls are right out here. Yeah, I mean the runes. Mikola would have to be the initiator of the team up ability. It wouldn't just be Radahn gets to do it, but yeah, they would come together to create Consort Radahn with like Mikola on Radahn's back, and Radahn would obviously get the fresh coat of paint where he like stops being rotted and like a zombie basically. And okay. Yeah, and then like everything would just change to Mikola radiant damage. Like it wouldn't be radiant damage, but it would just be like more damage, and they would still retain the charm ability, maybe, or something like that. And then yeah, the meteor slam would just get the extra damage, and everything would get extra damage, and he would get more resistances. So there's that. It took me like 15 minutes to explain that because of the invasions in between and my own inability to not over-explain shit. And yeah, I'm just gonna be doing that. I think that'd be fun for people, and it would be a way to maybe get some people for Marvel Rivals on my channel, so that when I play Marvel Rivals in my, you know, other gaming time where I don't play Elden Ring, or I need a break from Elden Ring, people will stick around and watch the stream still. Alright. Everything's still looking good. Gonna have a new video uploading pretty soon too, in like 40 minutes. Dude, everyone draws Needle Knight Letta with her helmet off because she's a kawaii blonde white girl. You don't see them drawing any of the other NPCs with their helmets off. It's kind of annoying to me. Like, if every other NPC was fucking cute and pretty by conventional societal standards, they'd be drawing them with their helmets off too. But since, like, Freya looks like, you know, a hardened warrior and isn't adorable when she takes her helmet off, you know, by societal standards, no one's drawing Freya with her goddamn helmet off. But every motherfucking artist will draw Letta with her damn helmet off. You don't see Ansbach getting the helmet off treatment. You don't see anyone getting that treatment. It's only Letta. I forget the big dude's name with the verdigris armor that sells you stuff and is friends with the Kindred of Rot. They don't draw him with his helmet off. An artist that draws Letta with her helmet on, especially when she's by herself, that gets respect from me. It irks the shit out of me when they draw her with their helmet off and nobody else gets their helmet off. dude, we get it. You think she's cute. She's also a fucking serial killer. She murdered her whole squad because they weren't loyal enough to Mikula or something. Oh, shit. I'll parry your ass, bro. Motherfucker, how did it not parry any of that? Whatever. I better not catch y'all back here. Y'all better go fight that fucking boss. I swear to God, dude. A little recon in JC3. This is my fucking cousin messaging me. Oh no. I'm about to say, dude. Y'all know I motherfucking stream. And I stream Elden Ring. God, that coffee's good. It's not the best coffee I've ever had, but it's pretty darn good. Yeah, I learned something recently. Speaking of coffee being good and knowing that I've had not so great experiences with coffee recently. As a coffee enjoyer, big time. You cannot keep coffee grounds in the fridge. So I come from, you know, probably lower middle class family. Not like in poverty or like super broke, but enough that we want to conserve things and, you know, not waste anything. So, you know, for a while I've been putting bread in the fridge or in the freezer. If I had a toaster, I don't have a toaster, I could go get one, but I just don't have one, and I'm not going to go get one because I otherwise wouldn't toast my bread anyway. Yeah, so I put it in the fridge, and that just, you know, makes it last longer, keeps it from getting mold on it for like a couple more weeks or so. Especially if you freeze it and then toast it to like get the freeze off, get the ice off of it or out of it, melted. Point is, I recently bought my own coffee maker because I'm working remote now, so you know it's going to be way more cost efficient and time efficient for me to just make my own coffee. And I just for whatever reason was like, yeah, same logic. Put the coffee grounds in the fridge. They'll last longer, like bread does, right? No, that is not the case. Turns out the moisture causes the beans to spoil really fast in the fridge, and it pretty much spoiled overnight. It was like leaving meat out or something, or like milk out for a night. When I woke up to make coffee, the coffee smelt weird, and then I made it and it tasted weird, and I thought it might be the coffee maker making it taste weird by just not being clean. But then I looked it up, and sure enough, you're not supposed to keep coffee grounds in the fridge. Now that might be common knowledge, I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid, but just in case you didn't know, now you do. Hunter Musashi. Damn it. I got overzealous. I thought. What are they doing? What's taking so long? Oh, I think the hunter is outside. Yeah. Well. Yikes. Yikers. The hunter definitely died to the things outside. That's pretty funny. Okay. Oh, I need to trim my beard. It's getting longer again. Now that I work remotely, I don't shave every day. And after like 2 weeks, my beard gets insufferably long, to the point where like it's not like a full beard, it's just long enough that it annoys me. Okay, why do I remember these guys? NTH Talker. This is the Limgrave Vare Mask. Seemingly gankers. Not really sure what's going on with that, because the host the summon didn't chase. Jeez. All right. I don't know if I want to invade them again. Why does the host fight me every time? Why wouldn't it be the summon who fights me? And then The host fights me afterwards. Because now you just lose. Wearing Vari mask, poise setup, bleed weapon. Didn't hit me more than like once, I think. And I even... I don't know. He had to heal too. That was the funny thing. I mean, I healed on him, I think, first last time. But this time he healed on me, and I didn't need to heal him. The main reason was because he had a fucking poking weapon, and I didn't expect him to do a jumping attack with it. I thought he was just going to try and, like, hit the poke, the run poke, because that's the most efficient way to play with a poke weapon, is to run poke. Damn. Coffee actually is really good. Would have been dead. Did I die? When did I die? I would have way more souls, wouldn't I, if I oh, it was like up here somewhere, wasn't it? Yeah. It was, yeah, Foot of the Forge. Because of those two guys that I tried to parry twice with the weapons that are really easy to parry. Like free parry weapons. And somehow it didn't parry anything. It's cold enough that I've got my heater down to 58, and this shit is still going strong. And it has been. It's snowing back home where I used to live in in the South. I can say it. I'm from Louisiana, and a lot of my family's in Mississippi, so I kind of just claim Mississippi too. They're kind of the same place to me almost. And yeah, my it's snowing. It's like 6 inches of snow. It's the most snow they've ever gotten. And they're all freaking out about it. And my mom was sending me photos. It's just kind of funny to see them freaking out because I'm living in Kansas right now, and we've gotten snow both years I've been here. We've gotten snow multiple times. Lots of snow too. Like get your car stuck snow, or slide all over the roads, icy road snow. And then also I lived in Korea and Italy for a little bit over the last 6 years or so, and we got snow in both of those places too. When I was in Korea, it was actually the first time. That was actually 6 years ago. That was the first time I experienced real snow. That's not true. I lived in Colorado for a year, and it was up to my knees in Colorado, so technically Colorado's the first time I really experienced snow. But back then I was jobless. I was 19 and jobless and didn't have to go anywhere, so when it snowed I pretty much just dealt with it when I wanted to, and then never Never touched it again. But in Korea, I actually had to deal with it because I was 26 and had to go to work. Oh. Undefined variable. What were you doing in Korea and Italy? I'm former military. I used to be in the Air Force. And I was stationed in Korea for a year, and I was in Italy for 2 years. And we got snow. Lots of snow. Not so much in Italy, but Korea was the real snow. Fly any planes? No, I could have been on an incentive flight a couple times where I would get to be in a plane, but as far as flying, you have to actually be a pilot when you're in the Air Force. You have to purposely like go through college, then become an officer, and then become a pilot. Specifically, to be able to fly the planes. Not everyone flies, obviously. I was what you call a maintainer, and the best way I can describe it is that I would perform plane surgery whenever it was any of the planes were experiencing wear and tear. Never saw any combat, but you know, did a lot of military things. When I was in Korea, we would have to go through chem gear drills every quarter for a week, and that sucks because you got to wear all the chem gear to like as if they were, you know, going to drop some kind of chemical weapon, and you have to like, you know, treat every day like you're living in Chernobyl or something. Like they would even shut down the shops and stuff on base. And when you're in Korea, you have to live on base. You don't get to live in society because you know, shit's pretty weird over there compared to here. You get to go out into town. This is in South Korea, but you can't live unless you do this thing called caping, which is where you stay more than 1 year, or if you move. There's 2 bases in Korea for the Air Force, and if you switch between them, you get to live in society. Ooh. Might want to back off. Oh, there's a third guy now. Woo! Oh. Oh well. Nice. Good job, you guys. Anyway, yeah. Excuse me. That was weird. I gotta sneeze. Never mind. It decided it didn't need to happen. Typical. But yeah, oh, you're a hunter. Oh, and a hunter, I believe. Oh, they said I'm a hunter. Yeah, that I think that was a hunter that just had the fashion ring on, the mirror, trick mirror. Yeah, just so you know, undefined, or variable. I don't know which one you prefer. I'm using a multi-stream service, and I used it last week for the first time, and then I had to do a bunch of shit, so I haven't streamed until then, or since then. But that day that I used it, the stream lasted for about an hour and then dropped on the YouTube side, staying on Twitch, but dropped on YouTube. And then after that, it would only last for like 30 minutes at a time when I would restart it. So if the stream does drop, I will bring it back up as soon as I can. But so far it's looking good, and it's been about an hour. It's almost exactly the same amount of time. Okay, cool. What's even going on in here? Is this that one room? No, I don't know where the fuck this is. Oh, no, this isn't that one cave. I know where I am. Anyway, I can't recall. Can a host have 2 summons and a hunter at the same time? No. You can only, sadly in this game, they down to the player count. And you can only have a host and 2 summons in a red, a host, 1 summon, a blue and a red, or a host and 2 summons and nobody. Or it can be a host, a summon, and 2 reds. Or a host and a blue and 2 reds. But it's always going to be 3 to 4 players. It'll never be 5, I don't think. Yeah, it's always going to be 4 tops. Any of those combinations. Yeah. A lot of people thought what might happen, mainly because Saint Riot was talking about it, was that they were going to do like a Scholar of the First Sin style thing with this game. Why not learning your lesson the first time? You dummy. Whatever. Anyway. Haven't played in over 6 months, and even after 2,000 hours, I've still forgotten so much. Yeah, 2,000 is actually a good amount. I think I've only got like 1,500 or 1,600. And a lot of that is because I got fairly burnt out, you know, waiting for the DLC to come, and then they also Baldur's Gate 3 dropped, and I got interested in that, and then Lethal Company became a thing, and I got interested in that, and I just found myself not wanting to play Elden Ring over those games. But when the DLC got announced, obviously I jumped back in. And I've been on it ever since, because the first video I uploaded got 800 views overnight after the DLC. Before that, I was only getting like 100, maybe 200 views, and sometimes I would get less than even 100. I was probably averaging like 150, and it just didn't feel like anything was happening. I wasn't getting any subscribers. People weren't leaving comments and likes. They were just viewing and then leaving. Then yeah, the DLC happened, and I got 800 views overnight, and then the second video I uploaded got 1,500 overnight. Zero strat there. Yeah, no survival instincts on that host. Oh, we got 3. They must have just summoned a 3rd because they're still out here. Could be a blue, but it's probably summoned a 3rd. I would like to get up there, but we'll hang out around here for a moment. But yeah, as I was saying, wait, what was I saying? Oh, right. And then, yeah, every video after those first 2 did pretty well, getting, you know, over 500 views or so. Oh, they're taunter singing Bloody Finger Aphrodite. That's interesting. Okay, yeah, they're out there. Oh, God. Alright, fine, I'll heal too. Really? Mm-hmm. Ain't no way. Okay. I tried to kill the red, I'm not gonna lie. Aphrodite. I kind of remember their gamer tag. I want to check it again. I want to see what their gamer tag was. Chubbernaut. Chubbernaut was their name. Just gotta try to remember that in case I invade them again. Looks like a host has TT. Yeah, the lion mob is cool, but what I've found is that the big mobs like that, actually, they're kind of weird, right? Because sometimes they're helpful, like the dragons and stuff, and any of the field bosses. They're helpful, but a lot of times they also hit you, and then if they don't hit you, you just put too much faith in them. That's something I've learned, is not to put any faith in those things. Because if you try to put faith in them, like, oh, I'm around one of these things, it'll definitely, you know, kill them with me. Like, it'll help me kill them. It ends up doing almost nothing, and they chase you down and blender you, like, really fast, and it's like, oh, okay, well, it didn't really help me. I still lost somehow, and it's because of, you know... They're not up, are they? I think they're down. They're just under me and then now past me. Oh no, they're in here. Ooh. You would come back. Oh, blue. Alright, I'm going to block these guys because these are the same people from earlier, and I just don't feel like fighting them anymore. With the blue that were also in this area before here. That's fine. Still amazing how people will ignore anything else fielded with an invader. Yeah. Well, sometimes they don't. Before you arrived, I killed some people who were just ignoring me and fighting one of those tree spirit worm things. Ulcerated tree spirits. Yeah, that blue spawned in the perfect spot to kill me. Because I was about to get away from them and then just basically restart the fight. Host came at the perfect time to stop me from killing the summon. And the summon is smart enough to not fall for simple tricks for the most part. But anyway. Are they already in the fight? Outcast is their name. Yeah, they're already in the fight. If I wasn't streaming, I would sit here and watch and just try to, like, wait for Gaius to kill them. I was gonna say maybe I can. I don't know. Get the free runes, even though I'm not gonna spend them on anything. I also just kind of like to watch people lose to bosses. Come on, get him, get him. It's crazy how this is a hard wall. I'm pretty sure in other games you can swing through fog. Oh, there's someone dead. Maybe both. Nope, host is still alive. Come on, get him. There we go. I don't think it'll matter. It's your lift. I'm gonna send it up. Because I'm mean. Not that it matters, they're not gonna go back. They'll just teleport away. Go back to neutral. That's what I was thinking. When I said reset, I was thinking go, reset the fight to neutral. That's what I meant. I mean, obviously I would be down a flask, but that's whatever. An idea when the last patch for this game was? Oh, yeah, shoot, 3 months ago? It was 1.16. Oh, are these... It's Chubb or not? And they're fighting the lions. Or they're trying to. They might have seen me. I mean, that's okay if they had, but... See if another red shows up before I go down there. There's no way you guys are playing this scared. If you're willing to fight invaders by taunter stung and fighting more than one, you should be brave enough to fight these lions. But yeah, it was 3 or 4 months ago. I'm actually surprised they haven't patched it again and said this is the last patch or whatever. cool. Second red showed up. Red Ragman. Don't tell me you're friends with them. Okay, cool. Nice. You guys should stop. You haven't gotten to get inside the castle yet. Damn quick work. Yeah, I mean, it depends. I could have, you know, like, not done that and then let it drag out, but one thing else I've learned is that enough invasions will be shitty that I should just take the ones that are easy for the most part. I feel like I was talking about something that I was like interested in continuing to talk about. Ah, God. Is this the drop area? No. Pretty sure there's an area in this cave where you drop through the floor. I could be wrong. See, this is another cave where I put my faith in the enemies too much. In that one room with all the wolves and the samurai guy invader, I often expect that room to do way more for me. And I end up getting killed in it. This might be the room, actually. They might be about to enter the boss fog. I don't remember. Yeah, okay. Yep. I never go in that cave, so I always kind of forget the layout. Like, I remember the major points of it, but never the exact layout. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about. Yeah, I think there was just something wrong with my connection last week because of the weather or whatever, because, I mean, things look extra good on the stream right now. Oh, I was talking about easy invasions. Oh, yeah, also the potential last patch. Yeah, I mean, they always say this is the last patch for the game. We won't be doing any more in the patch that is the last patch. And, you know, I mean, while so far I feel like, you know, honestly, most stuff is at a pretty good spot. I think the backhand blades, especially blind spot, could still be nerfed more. I think maybe they could do something about the Radon, the consort Radon swords being like a infinite stagger if you get caught in the weapon art. Basically get comboed to death. But people don't use that weapon as much as I would expect them to. But outside of those two things, I would like Rings of Spectral Light to get the range of it, like the the travel range, because it'll follow you for a really long time. Oh, ew. Okay. Please die. Yes. Now, where'd the host go? See, here's the crazy thing. Why would you run towards me? Okay. Very strange. King Sonic was that guy's name, which means he's probably in middle school. Honestly. Yes. Rings of Spectral Light nerf the travel distance after it's casted. Maybe nerf the damage. Definitely maybe lower the casting speed. One of those things needs to happen. Or all of them. Or a couple of them. Because fuck Rings of Spectral Light. It's like the bane of all invasions. Honestly, I hate to even speak this into existence because I really don't want to ever face it, but if it was like a gank with a Spectral Rings of Light, gravitational missile, you know, magic caster with a bone bow using I don't know, death rune blade, the knife, the knight, the knight of black knives. The black knife, maybe, is what it's called. The black knife. That shoots the destined death thing. And then a host with, like, dragon breath and... I hate solo hosts that act like they don't know you're here. What did you think was going to happen? I'm going to fight or what? You would heal. Is this really your whole fucking thing? Okay, well, you're blocked. What an interesting build with one thing that he does the whole time, and he heals. He's a solo host who chooses to be invaded, who heals and uses one move reactively. What a great experience that he gave me there. What a great guy. Sure, he's fun at parties. Sure, he has a lot of friends. Sure, his family is happy with where he's ended up. Anyway, he's blocked, so we're good. We're not ever gonna fight him again. Yeah, Limgrave shenanigans. But yeah, a dragon breath, like rot breath. host with blasphemous blade or something, or backhand blades with blind spot. Or shit, all of them are blind spot users with the other things that I mentioned that aren't the weapons. That would be like the ultimate gank that you would pretty much only be able to beat them if you used gravity or ran them into enemies. Really, dude? Another... You're not serious. You're gonna do it again? See, okay, you saw how did you see how I dodged everything twice, right? Did that make sense to you? Did you figure out, are you gonna commit suicide? What's the point? What's the fucking point? Was that not a solo host? Well, they're blocked anyway. What a weirdo. They must have, like, been in the middle of summoning or something. I don't know. He dodged my entire combo. I'll do it again. He dodged my entire combo twice in a row, taking like just a little bit of chip damage from something. I'll commit suicide. I have no other thought process. DLC weapon L2 combo, where I just slam that button a bunch of times, or I kill myself. yeah, it was hilarious. I can't believe some people. Like, what has to be going on in that brain? And the funniest thing is that they were wearing Vare mask and the jump chest piece. Oh God, duelists. Are we ganking? What's going on? What? Let me guess. You want to fight? Yeah, what? Ganking or not? Oh. Really thought he was just gonna fucking swing. Do it again. Go ahead. Oh wow, he got me. Nice. He's got Briar armor on. Yeah. Ouch. Yikes, didn't even need to heal. That wasn't the host, okay. Very annoying. No way. Okay. Oh, good God. I never did like the whole I press the win button, L2 spam, ER, weapon arts. that are either way over the top, true combo, you to death, or both. For that reason alone, I prefer Dark Souls 3. I was about to say, just hearing you say that sentence, especially the weapon art part, I was like, oh, this is a Dark Souls 3 player we're talking to right now. Because I do the same thing, and so does my buddy Snow, who usually pops in chat every now and then. He's not here right now, but he'd probably show up later. He attends almost every stream. We both say weapon art still, and I've actually done a poll on my community, YouTube community section before, where I was like, do you guys still call it weapon art, or do y'all, is it Ash of War and I'm just an old head? And I think a bunch of people said Ash of War, but some people still said it's called weapon art. There's always going to be weapon art or whatever. I thought that was funny. Because I remember, I after the Ring City DLC came out, and the Whirling Dervish fucking Beyblade twin greatswords came out, and they nerfed Bleed, so the blood shades couldn't exist anymore. I kind of dropped off of Dark Souls 3 to do anything else because I just couldn't handle, and the Seed of a Tree of Giants still lasted for like an hour back then too. I know they nerfed it eventually, but I dropped out back when it wasn't nerfed yet. And I mean, everything was just like, fuck invaders to death. Don't care about invaders at all, and I dropped out. You know, I went back after Elden Ring came out, just to, like, you know, because I missed those days where I could you know, queue up with the blood shades at Pontiff and just have a lot of fun in ganks. I mean, fighting ganks. And hello? Okay, I'm like behind a fence. Ooh, that was weird, and probably shouldn't. That probably should have hit me. You gonna jumping attack again? Is that like the only thing you know how to do? No. Okay, cool. That is not what you're gonna do. Woo! That NPC blocked that shit for me. Damn. Fuck. No. Nope. If you would stop jump attacking, because I know I can parry that guy. Ha! Is he fucking teabagging his own guy? What the fuck? Ignis, Zuma, and Nino. For that reason alone, okay, still you didn't say anything new. I went back to Dark Souls 3 is what I was trying to say. And I noticed that a lot of the weapons from the DLC, from the Ring City and before that, the other one, were precursors to some of these weapons, right? So like the katana that you get from the dragon whose name escapes me right now, the Abyss Dragon, has the pre-waterfowl dance and the pre-moonveil on it. Neither of them are that great, probably because, I mean, they're still useful, but they were probably like, nah, this isn't the game where we, bring out that kind of shit. Although the twin greatswords, thank God they never made a return. Those were like Elden Ring level ridiculous. I'm surprised we don't have a twin greatsword that does that spinning attack like we did in Dark Souls 3 Ring City DLC. I think one of the spears kind of like sort of worked like Mesmer's spear, but not exactly. It was like a really, really precursor to Mesmer's spear from the Ring Knights. And one other sword, I think Gale's had something that was similar to one of the great swords in this game, but I can't remember what the other one was. Either way, and then obviously Blind Spot was in Dark Souls 3, but it wasn't as good. It was only okay. Notice that too. Frida's scythe, or Elfrida, were the precursor to true combo weapon art spamming problem. Yeah, she definitely had a pretty interesting scythe as well that like was a precursor to Elden Ring style combat. But I just remember thinking like the craziest weapon art we had before the DLCs came out was the Abyss Watcher Greatsword, where they stab the dagger and then do the sweeping attack. That was the craziest one we had. And then the DLCs came out and they started doing the craziest shit. I don't know if they're down here. They're about to come up or not. I don't know where they are exactly. It looks like the statue is moved. So, yeah. So they're not in the beginning of the level. Aha! Yeah, not about to let that happen. Okay. All right. Just checking the stream quality. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So after noticing that, I was like, "Oh man, no wonder we have Moonveil and Waterfowl and all that other stuff." It's like Elden Ring. Elden Ring started with better versions of the stuff that made me quit Dark Souls 3. And because of that, I just embraced it. And luckily it kind of worked out. It took me forever to finally get the courage to start parrying again, because I just thought, like, with, Moonveil and Rivers of Blood and just everything else in this game, I was like, there's no reason to parry. It's just not worth it. Especially since you have to, like, be using the Misericord and the Dagger Talisman to, like, get real good damage on a backstab or a parry riposte. But, eventually I was like, the main reason I started parrying again is because I used to make montages. There's still a couple on my channel, a few. And the very first one I did for Elden Ring has like no parries in it because I didn't, I wasn't confident in parrying Elden Ring weapons. And I was like, there's no flair. Like, I don't feel like the montage is worth making or viewing if it doesn't have a couple parries in it at least. Because those are like the bread and butter of like an impressive clip. So I was like, I gotta start parrying again if I want my montages to feel good. I don't make montages anymore, mainly because I realized that if I make montages, I won't be able to, have a YouTube channel that makes money. And I would like to make money off of YouTube at some point. That would be nice. I would love to become a streamer for my job. I know I'm a good ways off from that happening, but with the traction I've been getting on YouTube, I feel like it's totally possible. I just have to keep trying. But regardless, I started learning how to parry again because of that. And now, as you can see, you've literally watched me parry many people today so far. It's like it was never something I didn't do. It's second nature, pretty much. Gundir's halberd, champion charge, weapon art though. Yeah, that was crazy. I know that eventually there was apparently like Chaos Dagger was apparently really good at some point, and there was this other thing, the Murky Scythe or something, that people really hated. But like I said, I dropped out pretty much right after the Ring City DLC came out. I played that, I did some PvP, realized that From Software, for whatever reason, decided they hated invaders in that game, and I was like, screw it, I'm just going to wait until the next game comes out. And then they did a Sekiro with no PvP, and then they did Elden Ring, and that took forever to make and come out. So much so that we didn't even get a DLC for Sekiro, which is really sad because Lady Tomoe deserved a DLC. But we got Melania eventually, who is basically Tomoe reskinned and repurposed. But the case ER dropping out, that is, yeah. No, I get it. I know a lot of people who just straight up hate Elden Ring PvP because of all the spam. I've grown to not mind it so much. Sekiro 2 would be cool. It sounds like they're making like a Bloodborne Sekiro mashup. I don't know if it's going to be Japanese or Victorian England or not. I don't know what it's going to be. It might be a night game from like medieval stuff, but Oh, great. Bone bow. Alright, your move. Interesting. What a resourceful summon. Nah, that's not gonna work. Go ahead. Do waterfall dance. Yeah. Too late. Too late. He did waterfall dance after he saw me shoot lasers. Here, I want to pop your bubble. Yeah. What a dummy. Yeah. I mean, I have a friend. His name is Talented Track. It's his tag for games usually, but he's also AJT500 on YouTube. So maybe he just goes by that now. We talk sometimes, and he's popped in stream a couple times, but he plays Final Fantasy online or whatever, some crap, some MMO. So I don't really watch his stuff, and we haven't played the same game in like over a decade. But we still talk about art and stuff and manga. We're both One Piece fans, etc. Big One Piece fans. Yeah, One Piece. Sorry, waterfowl comic chart. It's one of my favorite things to do. Anyway, he's the person who got me into Souls. Really, we were part of the same like group in a game we used to play, and our like leader of the group, our team leader, started playing Dark Souls off to the side and making videos on YouTube about it. He would like invade in the Painted World, Dark Souls 1, and I was like, that looks interesting. Like, you're telling me that you're just like a guy in a world and you hunt people down in the world and you get to make your own build, like with your own armor choice, and he was using Dark Moonblade with Falchion, like Ouroboros does, and I loved the concept of putting this divine energy on your sword to make it stronger. It sounded so cool and like very anime. And you know, he was using Wrath of the Gods and stuff, and he had the Eagle Shield. He had a pretty cheap build, all things considered. But he wasn't spamming Wrath of God unless it was someone else spamming Wrath of God. So I kind of get it. It's kind of how I am with Gravitational Missile. Trailblazer back in the day, that guy was, yeah. And he was wearing Solaire's chest piece with Gwendolyn's headpiece, so it was like this like sun theme. Because the Gwendolyn headpiece is like a big sun, right? Basically. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was really cool. And then Talented started also uploading content, but he would do like duels in the kiln. Okay. Come on. There it is. Alright. Yeah, this little space made it so much harder for me to take him out because like, my sword kept hitting walls. He should have been dead a long time ago, honestly. But anyway. So yeah, I would watch Talented do duels in the kiln, and he was using the dragon body thing. Where you become like half dragon. And that obviously was like even cooler to me. I'm like, wow, like this is a whole thing. There's a whole plethora of things I can do in this game. Oh, this is Ignis. I forget what they were doing, but I remember remembering them. I remember wanting to remember them. Yeah, that is weird. Rivers of Blood Mage. You can make it work. Oh, these guys. They're still here. They're ganking here, I think. All right, we're gonna be a little more careful because I think they will remember me, and they're not gonna fall for my same tricks again. Okay, here we go. Yep. Oh, fucking shit. God, I hate that shit so much. Okay. I'm just gonna block them because I don't like where they are and how they play. I've already beat him once. Yeah, I beat you. Remember that? Remember when I killed you guys? 2v1. Remember that? It's funny the way that gankers will gloat after they win the one time that you like get caught off guard by a thing. It's okay. What was I talking about? Oh, right. So then finally, I'm like, all right, fine, I'm getting the game. And Talented walks me through some things. He explains some stuff, but ultimately lets me have my experience. And when I hit a wall, he tells me about the Drake sword, and I go get the Drake sword. Okay, we didn't connect. And you know, the rest of the game is what it is. I actually walked away for a little bit because I was afraid of the dragon on the bridge and didn't want to progress past it. But then I came back and it was all hunky-dory after that. Didn't have a problem with the rest of the game after that, luckily. I mean, it was still hard, but I overcame it all on my own. Yeah, I mean, it's a win. It's a win for them, but it's 2v1. Like, I don't know. There's a point where you have to like be self-aware, you know, and understand that. Yeah, you won, but see, my problem is that I have a video. Well, actually, it's this build, and it's against skankers that are in Liurnia, and they have the patas, the like hand sword weapon, or fist weapon, straight sword hand piece thing. And they have Vari's Mask and Bleed on their patas. And probably have like Lord of Blood's Exaltation and all that. And the multi-hit talismans and the multi-hit tier. And they have a summon. And they're 2v2ing, right? And what would happen is the host was the patas guy with the bleed. So the summon was just like a dude with like a great hammer or something. Like 2 great hammers, and he would jump attack. And clearly not very good. So when I realized what was happening, I was like, all right, I'm going to 1v1 the summon while the other red distracts the host. And then I'm going to kill him, and we're going to double team the host. And that's how we'll keep winning these invasions. But what would happen is the host would disconnect the second I killed his host every time. And he would never... What happened was we ended up messaging each other like hate mail and shit. And his thing was that he was 7-0, and I'm like, what do you mean? I've defeated you a bunch of times. And he was like, no, you haven't. I've only beat you, and you have not beat me. And I'm like, remember when you backed out before I could kill you after I killed your summon? Like, that counts as a loss. And he was like, no, it doesn't. He was convinced that he hadn't lost any games because he specifically had not died. Even one of the times that I actually killed him, he still disconnected before his body like completely evaporated, and he counted that as a win, as not a loss either. So he genuinely like was keeping score of a thing that he was purposely making it so that he could not technically lose. So, you know, by the end of it, he was like, I'm 12-0. And I'm like, dude, I have footage of me like kicking your ass multiple times and you backing out before your body could evaporate, or like backing out right after I killed your summon. It's on here somewhere. It happened like 5 or 6 months ago. So it's kind of buried under everything else by this point, but yeah, no, for sure, it's 100%. It's someone on the video comments said like a disconnect counts as 2 wins for you, and I'm like, yeah, that's how I feel about it as well. Oh shit. What the hell? I don't think I can drop off the other side. I think I have to walk around. And I don't think I have the boluses for that. So I'm going to have to let them get in there. Yeah, but back to the original story that I was trying to tell. Yeah, and then after I got into Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2 was already out, and so was Bloodborne, and Dark Souls 3 had been announced. I think that was part of why I came back. So then I started playing Dark Souls 2, and him and Snow, the guy that I said is always attending chat and hanging out, they would PvP with me. Oh my god. Not bad. Not bad. I didn't expect him to do sword dance. That's good. I wonder if he meant to do it like in a skillful way, like if he knew that I would roll. That's interesting. And so they would PvP with me. We would be in the Bastion or whatever, the Hollow Bastion, which was apparently a popular PvP spot that wasn't the lava bridge, or a good one at least that we liked better than the lava bridge. And occasionally invaders would come in and we would fight them as well, whether they would participate or whether we would have to kill them, all three of us ourselves. And then Dark Souls 3 came out, and we all played Dark Souls 3. So we have, like these multiple games where Talented was obviously having so much fun, and we would all play it together and invade and do stuff. And then Elden Ring came out, and he was like, I'm good. I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. I don't even think he bought the damn game. I guess Dark Souls 3 in the end ended up burning him out too. I don't even know if he got Sekiro. So the guy who got me into all this and is the reason that I'm playing it right now probably didn't even buy Elden Ring. So long story short, back to what we were originally talking about. I know plenty of people who, like, even though Elden Ring sold so many copies and got a lot of people into the game, it also totally turned people off and away from the franchise, or from software games, at least for a little bit. Maybe next game will be more on Dark Souls 3 level, and maybe we can get him and others like that to come back, but let's drop down a ladder you can take around dipping into the rot. Take around. Okay, cool. Good to know. I guess that was a disconnect. That's kind of sad. Like a pro retiring from a sport. Yeah, kind of in a way. And I mean, he was fairly good too. He wasn't, so spectacular that people cared about who he was or anything, like Scott Jund or G9 or someone like that, or Pete Peterson. But he was pretty good. He's one of those people that's just like pretty good at any video game he plays. Because if you recall, I said that we used to be part of a different gaming community, and we used to be in a group. We called it a clan back then, but I don't like using that anymore. I just say like group or team, and call our leader the team leader or whatever, and try to not use that word because it just feels weird saying that. Honestly, it always has in a way. But we used to play Assassin's Creed multiplayer. I don't know if you know about that, like that existed or not. A lot of people didn't know it existed, but they had a whole multiplayer with like basically what you would call a team deathmatch, a free for all, a capture the flag. They had some other modes too. One was a true free for all, and one was a partial free for all, where you would get assigned contracts instead of being able to kill whoever. And it would be like you're chasing the guy who's chasing the guy who's chasing you, essentially, like rock, paper, scissors almost. Kind of, sort of. Like first place would have 2 people chasing them while they're chasing one guy to like balance it out. So after Assassin's Creed 2, actually, Brotherhood came out. So it was like the 3rd or 4th game. I think it was technically the 3rd. And then the 3 games after that had it as well. Or sorry, the 2 games after that. What the hell? I feel like that was big time. Okay. He just had enough poise to withstand my my carrion piercer. Usually people don't have enough poise and they stagger. Anyway, I also didn't expect him to be as aggressive. I thought he would be a little bit more, plus he got that weird laggy swing on me that didn't feel like it should have hit. Anyway, who cares? Oh, it's Snow. This goofy ass is back at it again. Funny how almost every time. Well, it's funny because I was just talking about the journey of me becoming a Souls fan, and I was talking about how you and Talented and I would duel in the Hollow Bastion in Dark Souls 2. And then we would also all play Dark Souls 3 and Invade, and not gank necessarily. We would be in Pontiff as a group. We also had another person called Reverse Ward that would hang out with us there too, and we would kind of like sort of Fight Club invaders that came in. We typically wouldn't like gank them though. We would just be like, all right, you get to fight all 3 of us in a row, and if you can beat us all, then you can beat us all. If not, then you just die to whoever you die to. But it was never like a true gank. And we would do that stuff, and then Talented, and it was like, no, I'm not even going to buy Elden Ring, because I was explaining how Talented was the one who got me into Souls, and it's ironic that he's the one who like completely dropped off of Souls. And then because of that, I got into Talented and I's history, because I was talking about how Talented is just kind of good at any game that he plays. It seems like he's one of those people that just understands how to be good at video games, no matter what he's playing. Elden King. How many is it? 2? Okay. And yeah, that's how I got back into Assassin's Creed. Was in the second one that had multiplayer, Revelations. Talented and I met in the partial free-for-all called Wanted, and he was doing pretty good, and I was like, we need more members for the team that I'm part of. Oh, cool. Because I was part of a different team at that point, that he was not part of any team, and but he told me when I asked him to join my team that he was already in the process of joining a different team, even though he was technically a free agent still. And that team ended up being a team that I also joined later on. And at that time, pretty much for the whole time, we were considered one of the best teams in the game. And I was really good at the capture the flag mode, while Talented was really good at the team deathmatch and true free-for-all mode called Assassinate. But that shit died out because Ubisoft sucks and they stopped making it. Crushing all of our esport dreams. Is this a duo? Where's the second guy? Oh, there's the second guy. Okay. But yeah, That's the whole backstory for that. I had actually mentioned you a few times, Snow, talking about how you usually pop and stream, and I can't remember why else I was talking about you, though. You see, now that is something you could never do in Dark Souls 3. Walk into a room, two-shot, a gank with a double mini magic nuke. I mean, this is obviously a DLC thing, too, so got to consider that, because I knew the DLC when it was coming out. I knew the DLC was going to have stuff in it that was insane. Honestly, they didn't go as hard as I thought they would. I thought they would go even harder, more insane than they did. And honestly, thank God they didn't. I was expecting like Deathblight Dragon Breath or Sleep Dragon Breath or both. All we got was the Ghost Flame Dragon Breath. And I was expecting like a even better Madness weapon than Vikes, which I'm actually disappointed that they didn't do that, because I really wanted something that was better than Vikes, that was also more flavorful than Vikes Spear. Because I don't think Vike Spear is actually a very good weapon to have on a Madness build. Mainly because it is the opposite of Madness. It is straight and narrow and only pokes forward. It's very tame, actually. It's like the antithesis of Madness, I think is the right word. Antithesis. As where like a katana or a great axe or even a whip, honestly, would be more fitting for Madness. And Saint Riot was talking about how he expected there to be a Madness katana because every Souls game prior to this has a katana that does damage back to the wielder, like the Chaos Blade. And he was like, a really good way to incorporate that type of weapon would be Madness, because it inflicts madness on you. My knowledge on the DLC weapons is very sparse, since I dropped off immediately after I completed it. Yeah, backhand blades are shitty. I hate them. They're really good, which is why they're shitty. Oh, we got gankers. Like real gankers. Urgoth. Ooh, get him. Shit, I was gonna go around. Oh, get him. Fucking dummy, bro. Holy crap. That's crazy. Oh my god. I hope y'all saw that. That was pretty funny. That was great, actually. Madness Katana, like, would have made sense. Yeah. It would have been cool. I was actually really disappointed because Midra, the Lord of Frenzy Flame boss, had that like golden sword. Like, it was like almost like, okay, when you go to Saint Trina, you know, there's that putrescence knight that has a cleaver that is made of condensed putrescence, right? So I thought like maybe Midra's sword was condensed madness or frenzy or whatever, and that it would do frenzy buildup and inflict madness or whatever. But lo and behold, for whatever reason, it was like, nah. Even though it's been shoved in the head of a frenzy flame god, No fucking way. You fucking... Ooh. If you didn't have that stupid fucking shield weapon. That's another abomination from the DLC. I'm gonna block both of those summons because I don't know which one's which. And I don't want to face an asshole using the shield with the shield buff on it too. Again, so we're blocking him. Midra's gold sword does madness alright with the wonky high damage hitbox. Yeah, no, it definitely it deals real life madness, but it doesn't deal the status effect madness in the game. And even though it's been melded with a Lord of Frenzy Flame for who knows how long, thousands of years, maybe hundreds of years, they said nah, it doesn't do madness buildup. And not only that, but it's a regular greatsword instead of a light greatsword. Which, with the way that he swings it around all elegantly and shit, you'd think it was a light greatsword when you're fighting him. And it would make more sense that it was, because that like weird, elegant fighting style that he has goes well with the whole madness theme, because he's like so unbothered by the thought of dying because he's crazy, that he's fighting like he's, I don't know, sparring at some kind of like rich person's house with another rich person or something. I don't know. From like medieval times, royalty. So yeah, I was super disappointed in Midra's greatsword, the Sword of Damnation. And then, yeah, obviously, the biggest thing is that now it's pretty much a ganker tool. Because it's too easy to use for me to want to use it, and the only time I ever really see it is when gankers are using it, and they pretty much get to use it for free half the time, because they'll come up behind you while you're fighting their buddy and use it on you to take 70% of your health bar. So, yeah, I mean, pretty big blunder by FromSoft in my opinion, but it is what it is. I made a video about it, and I've mentioned it in a couple other videos, and I'm mentioning it right now, and you know, at the end of the day, I'm pretty much whatever about it. Hello? Can I not parry that? I thought I could parry that. I'm very sure I got the parry timing down if I could parry it. On all three of those, I feel like. Oh, you're leaving. Okay, yeah. Have a good one, Variable. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Consider subscribing if you haven't. That'd be cool. I'm trying to make it to 1,000. Although you're probably already subscribed. Seemed interested enough in the content that you probably already are. I just remembered that I should be probably posting my new video that just came out. Finally put out the metal bending video. I don't know if it's worth it to put Shadow of the Erd Tree in the title anymore, because like the hype for the DLC has pretty much died off, I feel like, and so you get it on Blue Sky. Ooh, my phone almost fell off my lap. Okay. I took heartburn medication this morning, and it's still, like, I still have heartburn. It sucks. Reddit, there we go. That's what I'm trying to, I couldn't remember what I was trying to do for a second. Okay. Invasions. Post the link, and we're done. Oh, and perfect timing. I just finished posting on all the things I wanted to post on. Oh my god, I've gotten so many Castellensis boss doors today. Way more than usual. And of course it's Letta. Go ahead. Fuck you, Letta. Serial killer ass. Motherfucker. Pretty sure that host just gave up. I'm gonna go turn my AC, my heater off real quick. Be right back. I can't turn my heater lower than 58 degrees, and it's like 20 something, so it's been going, it's 30 degrees outside, so it's been going like all morning, and I finally reached a point where I'm like, it's too hot in here. It's too consistently 58 degrees being blasted. It's probably more than that. But it felt like it was at like 64 or 66, which is usually where I keep it when it's like the beginning of winter. Anyway. Still got an hour and a half on the stream before I hang it up for the day. Snow, if you're still here, I was talking earlier about the Rivals project. I was explaining how, like, I'm probably going to make Radon and Mikola in the first video, as well as Radagon and Gwyn. I'm going to do 2 duelists every video because there's more than twice as many duelists on the roster, and that's how Rivals has it too. There's only 7 strategists in Rivals on launch, and there was only 8 vanguards. There's 18 duelists, which, you know, explains why everybody picks duelists all the fucking time. On top of the fact that they just don't want to play support or tank. But either way, I was using Radon and Mikola as an example on, like, Radon's going to be a Vanguard. This is his kit. This is how his kit's going to work. And then Mikola's going to be a strategist, and this is how his kit's going to work. It's going to be based off things in the game, etc. And then I was like, and then there's team-up abilities, and they're going to be able to team up to make Consort Radon. And yeah, I'm just excited, honestly. I'm probably not gonna make Artorias until like the third video, but I'm most excited to create Artorias's kit because I feel like he would probably be my main if this game were to come out and everything was gonna be the way that I made it. Because I'm thinking like, okay, it's gonna be Abyss Walker already, like the version we meet in game, because that's all we really know about him, right? We don't know what he was like before that, and there's not enough stuff from his time before being Abyss tainted for me to make a whole kit based off of it. So I was thinking, like, he's going to have the leap. That's going to be his thing. He's going to be able to leap, kind of like the Hulk does. And that's how he's going to be able to initiate. Then he's going to have that stab thrust forward that he does in the fight. That usually knocks you on your ass if you get hit by it. And then he's going to have the abyssal goo that he can throw to, like, hit enemies to the side and behind him. Obviously just like a regular sword swing for his basic attack. And then his ultimate is going to be where he, like, powers up and does more damage for like 15 seconds or so. Probably. I don't know why I'm so excited to make Artorias, but I am. 'Cause, I mean, honestly, his kit, pretty straightforward. It's not like I'm really going to be adding very much to the moveset people are already familiar with for Artorias. But it's just the idea of, like, putting it out there that's fun to me. And then daydreaming about what it would be like to actually play that character in a hero shooter. Ooh. Him and, like, Morgott or Godfrey, I think, would be characters that I would play. I want to make Morgott a Vanguard, but I don't know. I feel like the roster needs to be front-loaded with Elden Ring characters because that's what's going to get the most views right now, and that's what would get people, if that game existed. I feel like that would get the most people on board to play it. Whoa, whoa! These guys are kind of being bitches. Maybe stop throwing fucking shit at me and just come fight me 3v1. What a bitch. This other summon is such a bitch. Of course, I don't have fucking poison stuff. They're such bitches. Good lord, dude. If y'all didn't want to fight me that bad, fine, whatever. Just kill me. I'll block you guys. Never have to fight me ever again. Don't hate me, dude. If you didn't have your teammates throwing a million things at me, I would have absolutely stomped your ass into the goddamn ground. Fucking hate people like that, man. Hey. I'll fucking shove your hay right down your fucking throat, dude. I'll make it so that you have to fucking eat food out of your goddamn asshole. Don't talk to me. Baby ass motherfuckers. Anyway. A JPEG? Oh. Nice. Hey. I don't know. Alright. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. And then after I get back, I think we're going to switch builds. Okay. I'm back. We're doing the druid. I wonder. I wonder if next game, if they're gonna keep triangle as one of the buttons to do a bunch of different things with. Like, obviously, if you hold triangle, that extra menu comes up. But then also, it's how you two-hand, because otherwise you don't two-hand. I remember when Elden Ring first came out, I didn't think you could two-hand for a while. I thought you just had to have a second weapon in your left hand if you wanted to have two weapons. And that two-handing was no longer a thing. And then I think someone in chat told me to press triangle in R1. Or maybe I Googled it. Because also I started with the whatever class starts with the dual curved swords. And obviously that's a dual weapon that you can two-hand. So I was like, how do I get the second sword? Like, if I hadn't started with that, I might never have considered that I could. Damn it. Ooh, you are so laggy. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, alright. Alright, Laggy McGee. Motherfucker. There ain't no way. You laggy little bitch. Jesus Christ. I don't ever want to fight you ever again. Holy crap. Some first invasion on the druid build. That's an armor combo I see a lot. Okiness mask with Radon chest piece. I think that was what that was. Grim J. Howe and the Caw. Dude, Favor Missoula again in the same fucking spot. I thought so. Okay. Alright, maybe we can get out of Favor Missoula. How about that? Especially out of that stretch of Favor Missoula, Jesus Christ. Fuck, it's getting kind of cold in here now. I need to throw on my hoodie. Shit. Hunter can't say his name. He's so rabid. There it is. Oh! Come on. You can't go anywhere. You're stuck out here with me, dude. Come on. Unless you disconnect. Or the hunter comes. No, it's okay. I got a better idea. This dude really hopped out there and like tried to get summoned too. Holy crap. That's funny, honestly. Oh my god. Who all was that? Wing Jam and Troyano. Oh no, this is different people. Hey, wait for me. Didn't think so. Oh. And it's a solo host. Ooh, I think I maybe almost fell off a cliff just then. What a weirdo. You think I wouldn't find you? Like, what the fuck? Oh. Of course. Where's the second? Oh, there they are. Okay. Ah! Okay. Interesting. One second. Okay. What's up? Paper, please. Papers, please. What level? Level 200. Here's the stats. This is my druid character. As you can see, lots of animal shape-shifting type things going on here. And some weather theme, elemental stuff going on. Yeah, face strength. Normally I'd go faith dex with the druid, but there's not really any weapons in this game that I've ever wanted to use that are dex on this character. Thanks for stopping by the way. If you care, later on after the stream's over, or just during the stream if you want to, bad enough, I uploaded on YouTube, and it's an earthbender build, complete with some metal bending and some lava bending. What are y'all doing? Uh-huh. Oh. Now that it worked once, he's gonna spam that. Well, now they summoned a hunter, so now I'm gonna be even more passive. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Too late. Oh well. I used plus 25 Godskin Peeler, 10 plus Sacred Sword Relic. I will be watching those later. Yeah, if you want. Consider dropping a follow and a subscribe, a like, whatever. Yeah, that was crazy. I'm glad you thought so. Yeah, a lot of the times I like to just run behind a corner and make them think that they've got me, and then hit them with that bear roar. It's one of my favorite things to do. Oh, 2 people in Altus. Thought I saw someone over there for a second. Guess not. Come on. Ah, gross. Ooh, I didn't expect him to be over here that quickly. Okay, that's what I thought. Nice. Can actually... yeah, I mean, if you want to try and invade near me, like just invade at the same time as me, I'm on PS5. We can try to invade at the same time. I don't do any co-op or anything, though, if that's what you're hoping for. I just invade. I'm also streaming on YouTube, and most of my YouTube viewers watch me for my invasions. So yeah. If you're down to invade, I'll keep invading and we can try to get the same lobby and stuff. Oh, hose died anyway. Hose died to the Black Knight. Are you using the bloody finger on the other one? That doesn't matter. I'm using both. If you bloody finger and the recusant finger, I'm just swatching. Shit. I'm switching back and forth between them because it helps me get invasions a little faster. But it doesn't matter which one you're using. It's not like Dark Souls 3 where you have covenants and stuff. It's just both the same exact item with a different skin and a different name. But you'll get the same type of invasions on both. And you'll link up with people on both. Doesn't matter. Dank Darkness, Bingo Randingo, and Jao Frenzo. I don't know, these names are weird. Bingo Randingo is pretty great. Ah, it's a boss door. Oh, what am I doing? Are you on New Game Plus? No, I don't really do New Game Plus. I did it a few times back in Dark Souls 1, back when I first started playing Souls games. Maybe did it once or twice. And then I decided that I just didn't really care for it. I'm not really a achievement hunter guy or like a PvE challenge guy. I like to do PvP and, you know, running through the game one time, beating it, and then making builds for PvP is kind of my thing. And especially with this game, running through this game more than once can be pretty tiring already on its own. Come on. Let's go. Damn. This dude really thought he was gonna come out and like fucking dominate with those twin blades. I three-pieced him. Gave him a three-piece. Run the ones. What is this? One person? Really? It's fucking one person again? Hitting him with the three-piece McNugget combo, yeah. Oh, okay, it was just someone who didn't even want to be invaded. Yeah, for real. Extra sweet and sour sauce. Okay, we got Davey Souza and Isaac Spider coming up. Oh, wait. I was gonna stand there and act like I don't exist. Oh my god. I got like staggered. I think maybe I didn't have stamina. I'm not sure what happened. Oh well. Wait, you can be invaded even if you don't have friends in this game? Yeah, they have to either have had someone and sent them home, or their friend could have died. That might be what happened right before I invaded. Or they had the Taunter's Tongue on and just decided that they didn't want to fight for whatever reason. There's this item called the Taunter's Tongue. I think this is it right here. And it lets you be invaded even if you're by yourself. And if you're with friends, it like makes your lobby more likely to get invaders than anybody else that doesn't have it active. Oh, gross. Oh my god, okay. I didn't expect him to have what he had. So it kind of caught me off guard. I don't really see that hammer anymore. That was just them kind of being in a weird spot, like they weren't together, and I saw the host, and I didn't think that the Phantom would be right there. The summon would be right there to my left. And then he just hit me with something that caught me off guard, and then they just fucking... How does the Taunter's Tongue work? Yeah, so you pretty much just use it, right? So like item for online play can be used from the multiplayer menu. Lures invaders. This allows your world to be invaded without any furled finger cooperators present, and it also shortens the interval between windows of opportunity for invasion. Additionally, enables the arrival of second invader to join when cooperator is present. So I guess you're maybe 1v1 Tanner's Tongue when it's just the person by themselves. And if it's him and a friend, then two people can invade, and it pretty makes, like, normally you would have 15 minutes between invasions if you were just, like, not trying to get invaded. But with the Tanner's Tongue, it pretty much makes it instant back-to-back. You can just get invaded over and over again. But it's always only going to be 1 or 2 invaders, never 3. And you just, like I said, you just find it in the game, and then you do this. You just hit X on it, or A if you're on Xbox, and then hit use, and it'll just do it. Shitty thing about that is that gankers can turn off the Tanner's Tongue, so they can, like, get you in fast. They can use the Tanner's Tongue to get invaders in their world faster, and then cut the Tanner's Tongue off. And what happens is they either just 2v1 you and then turn the Tanner's Tongue back on to get another invader in, instead of allowing you to have a 2v2 with another invader. Or they can wear the they can activate very similarly. I don't have it because I never would ever use it, because I don't ever really gank as a host, and I'm not a little baby who needs help from people against other people. But there's a blue ring item that you can get from the round table hold, and it's the same way where you activate it the same way that I'm activating these fingers, or the way that you activate the Tanner's Tongue, and it summons blue hunters to your world who are essentially like other summons, just people you don't know that will oh my god. Ah! Okay. That was just a really bad place to invade. And they didn't die to the roar because they weren't AFK and had a verdigris shield. So I had to deal with all 3 of them. Anyway, just the thing that makes it so I can help people who are being invaded. Yeah, you can be a hunter. I also don't have that because hunters, the thing about hunters, right, in this game specifically, and other previous Souls games, it wasn't like this, but because of the nature of how this game works, a hunter will never be in a world with people who aren't already expecting invaders, right? So in previous games, you could summon blues to help you because as a solo host, you used to be able to be invaded even if you didn't want to be invaded. Whereas in this game, if you're a solo host, the only way you can be invaded is by using Tanner's Tongue, which is an optional thing you can choose to do. So the only time a blue can be summoned is if they're already co-oping, which means they already outnumber the invader 2 to 1. And then the blue just comes in as a third person against that one guy. Or you're a blue that's being summoned by a solo host who's tonguing to summon reds and then gank them with a blue. So, in that sense, a blue is never really a savior. They're more of just a second ganker assistant in this game, which has made a lot of people really not like blues in this game. I'm probably gonna fucking die here because of the weird timing. Ooh, okay, I didn't roll. That's my bad. That's fine. Yeah, so like I know that most blues aren't really thinking about that. But a lot of people think that blues are kind of not great because they're like basically willingly participating in ganks. And the other thing is that most of the time a host will end up sending blues home anyway because they just want to resummon their friend who was the third guy. So, like, most blues are, like, being a blue is a thankless job on top of also just kind of screwing invaders and never being, like, because like I said, in Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and even Dark Souls 3, the host could be invaded by themselves if they were in the right zone to be invaded. And then a blue would actually be probably, you know, saving them more often than not. Especially in Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. But yeah, in Elden Ring, whether you realize it or not, whether you mean to or not, you are essentially just almost always going to be helping gankers, or yeah, like a shitty solo host that doesn't have faith in their ability to fight invaders one-on-one or one-on-two. Hello? Why didn't it come down? Excuse me? I don't understand what's happening. Hello? Bro. Alright, we're gonna block this person, and then I'm leaving their world. So that this doesn't happen again. Because I think they're sitting on the button now. I don't know how that happened. Because it let me pull it, which means it should have come down, regardless of what they're doing. But, whatever. They get some free runes. Who cares? Whatever. For me personally, I've actually had the opportunity to help a solo host kill an invader. Well, that's what I'm saying. In Elden Ring, it's impossible to invade a solo host unless they want to be invaded. You have to welcome people in with the Taunter's Tongue as a solo host. So it may have looked like you were helping a solo host kill an invader that they didn't want to fight. But if you know how the game works, they couldn't have been invaded as a solo host unless they opted in and purposely did it, which means that sadly you helped that solo host gank that red, which to you might not mean anything, and to me is whatever, because I like fighting ganks anyway. I'd prefer to know a gank is a gank before I get ganked randomly out of nowhere. See, like this guy, the other thing about solo hosts, okay, yeah, is that their builds, first of all, he had a rune arc active, which means he has 25% more health than me. That I can't have because I can't rune arc. And then on top of that, uh-oh, why does it say connecting to chat? Okay, weird. It just acted like it was disconnecting or something. That's really strange. Let me make sure the stream is okay. Yeah, it looks fine. I don't know, that was weird. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so not only that, but because he's a solo host, that means that his build is also probably maximized, min-maxed to be, you know, meant to fight in duels. As where, like, an invader might be also min-maxed, but they don't have the rune arc. If a solo host wants to heal on you when you think that you're dueling them, they have double your flasks at all times. So they can heal twice as much as you as well if they decide to start healing. And then they can bring in blues. So yeah, I usually block solo hosts as soon as I see them anyway, because they automatically have an advantage over anyone they're fighting, typically. And I also don't make min-maxed builds. This build is not optimal. It is made to be a character that I wanted to play. I could be using a better weapon than I'm using. I could be using better spells than I'm using, or incantations. The stats could just be probably optimized a little better. But I have chosen to play a specific type of character, so I'm not optimized for like the most damage I could possibly be doing or anything like that. So there's a lot of reasons why solo hosts are crappy and shitty, and that I block solo hosts. There's a lot of reasons why people don't like blues in this game specifically. As where before, like, you know, blues could be cool and honorable and actually save hosts. In this game, you almost can't play with a host that isn't ganking. Oh, you both have waves of gold because you're both shitty and bad and don't know how to play the fucking game. Back the fuck off. How did you not heal before I killed you? That's weird. Yeah, get cocky and turn on me again instead of just continuing to play through the level like that with your waves of gold. Anyway, alright, so I'm only going to be streaming for about 30 more minutes, by the way. 32-ish more minutes. But anyway, yeah, I mean, no disrespect or any malice or anything, whatever the word is. I'm not like holding a grudge against anyone who plays as a blue. But just know that you're pretty much signing up to gank people if you're playing as a blue. Like, that's your choice. You have the right to do that. It's not even that bad of a thing, really. Oh my god. No way. Interesting. Hold up. The all-knowing helm. Look epic with the Hoslow armor set. Why, did one of them have that? Or did you just figure that out on your own? Like while you're playing the game? I didn't see a Hoslow armor set. That's cool. Yeah, I'm sure it looks fine. I like the Hoslow armor set a lot. I've actually got my other build that I was playing earlier before you arrived, I think. Where's the Hoslow chest piece? It's made to look like Cesare Borgia from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. This is 2 people? It is. Whenever I invade 2 people here, I always consider that it could be 2 people that I'm behind a wall, smarty. Wait, what? Big dumb. That item they left on the ground is gone forever now. Yeah, I don't think that host that I killed has ever PvP'd in his life. People who like main waves of gold on their build like really confuse me. Why are you playing through the game if you are just going to waves of gold everything? Is it okay to us to use the effigy and become a summon for other players? I personally killed Radon 14 times. What do you mean, like just be a summon? Yeah, being a summon is fine. There's no problem with being a summon. I mean, there's no problem with any of it, really. It's your choice. It's up to you. Obviously you have to consider what people will think, but that's up to you if you care about that or not. If you're being blue, but if you're being a summon, that's no problem. It's when you gank that people get kind of mad, and I don't really care. I hunt ganks. You know, I want to fight ganks, but not everybody wants that. A lot of people just want like one-on-one invasions. Which, you know, I think if you're trying to fight nothing but 1v1 invasions against people that aren't trying to be invaded, then, I mean, I think that that kind of invader is kind of a dick. I think sorry. I had to cough, clear my throat. I think what I'm doing is what, like, gets the most views typically on streams other than speed runs and challenge runs, because, you know, I'm one guy trying to fight usually 2 to 3 other people, and typically those people have much stronger setups than me, so no one really truly is going, I mean, other than like the solo hosts that wish PvP didn't exist, or at least wish invasions didn't exist at all. That's the small group, though. But yeah, if you're, you know, ganking, then there are a lot of people that are going to think you're, you know, kind of not the best person for doing that. That's just them, though. Like I said, I don't think that. But then there are people like, for instance, Oroboro, who, you know, probably not a horrible person outside of the game, but he'll openly go and invade people with twinked out builds at like level 15, 20, and 30 and stuff. And these people that are, you know, he's fighting have nothing. Basically get melted immediately. And he's using really strong stuff. And if he could invade a host that's alone, he probably would. Every time. Okay, where the hell... Am I missing something? Just gonna run in a direction until we see something on the compass. I don't see anything on the compass. I think this person is hiding in a spot. Wait, is that them? No. I thought all this kind of looked like a person to me from far away. Okay, this person is probably mimicking on something that can't be that can be broken. Because when you can't find anyone in your compass, that means that the person you're trying to find is standing on something that can be broken and is probably mimic veiled as well to look like part of the environment. So this person is definitely hiding and is probably standing on something that can be broken. But you can, like, stand on stuff that can be broken without breaking it. You just can't roll into it or, like, collide with it while jumping, other than colliding, like, other than, like, standing on it. It's hard to explain. I'd have to show you if you don't already know what I'm talking about. You might already know, though. Yeah. Oh, hey, there we go. I can see them on the compass now, at least. Okay, so they were just over here. Probably just standing on something that couldn't be broken. But not mimic veiling. Yeah, see that. That's what they were doing. Bro, we can't keep dancing like this. One of us has to fucking take damage at some point. Bro, could you fucking just fight? Stop being a little bitch. You're gonna lose. Just get over it. Alright, so you're healing. That's cool, I guess. Okay, whatever. He's blocked, so we're not gonna fight him again. By all accounts, he should have lost a couple times, but he probably had a rune arc activated, and he kept healing. Which, typical fucking solo host, healing before I do, which means he wasn't trying to have an actual, like, honor duel, which is whatever. Like, I'm not even looking for honor duels, but it is funny to me when a solo host, you know, has their build set up to 1v1 and has a rune arc activated and their whole build is the way they want it and they can heal twice as much as I can. And then I show up and they're probably expecting to win, but I'm overpowering them and just better than them overall. And then they start healing and it's like, dude, why are you here if you're going to heal? If you're clearly bad enough that you can't win without healing, then why are you here? Because you want to get better? Well, I mean, I guess that's fine if you want to get better, but you're also making yourself look like a huge piece of shit in the process. So, and I, you know, blocked you, which means that we'll never fight again. So you'll never know if you can beat me without healing. Which is whatever. At the end of the day. I don't always teabag, but I do if I feel like someone deserves it. I'll never bow, though. You'll never catch me bowing. I'm an invader. I don't bow. If someone bows at me for a 1v1 style thing, I'll just do this until they're done bowing, and then we'll fight. It is what it is. But honestly, yeah, if I'm fighting a solo host who Taunter's Tongue so that I can invade them and they heal, honestly, to me, I consider that a win. I'm like, even if they beat me, I'm like, you set yourself up to be invaded so you could 1v1, and your build is made for 1v1ing. You probably have a Rune Arc active. You can tell. I just didn't look at his name to see if he had a ring around it or not. Ring near it or not. You have all these advantages, and for some reason, you still had to heal to not lose to me. So, you know, in my mind, that's a win. I don't think using Waves of Gold necessarily is a bad thing. I think maining it as a thing through the entire game is robbing yourself of the experience of playing the game in the first place. If you're trying to farm for runes, then that's fine, whatever. But if you're playing the game with your friends and you all have Waves of Gold and you're just smashing L2 on every enemy and not really doing anything else, I feel like you're just robbing yourself of the game. If that's how you want to play, that's fine. You know, everyone has the right to play how they want to play. Ah, crap. But, yeah, I don't get it. It's not for me. I can't wrap my head around the thought process on how people do that. If I'm playing these games, I'm always going to want to, you know, challenge myself and, like, appreciate it for what it is instead of, like using Waves of Gold through the whole game is like, I don't know, scarfing down a really well-cooked meal. Like a 5-star meal, you know? You go to a place to eat, and it's a 5-star, like Michelin 5-star restaurant, and you spent so much money to go there and enjoy it, and everybody else is, you know, savoring the food and really appreciating the taste and the flavor and the textures and, you know, admiring the way that the chef, like, you know, made the food look and stuff. And you're over here just, you know, whoever this person is we're talking about, they're just shoveling the food in, scarfing it down, not really appreciating the flavor or the taste or anything like that, the textures, none of that. And, like, they're the first one to finish their meal every time they bring out a new course. Like, that's what Waves of Gold is to me, you know? Or, like, I don't know if you ever had this, but, like, when I was a kid, I used to want to put ketchup on stuff, especially if it was, like, not that tasty. And my grandma used to think it was insulting to put ketchup on stuff, because she's like, you're going to mask all the flavor of the food with the ketchup if you put ketchup on that. And I put a lot of work into making that, and you know, for you to put ketchup on it makes me feel like I, you know, put all the work into making it for nothing. Oh my god. Damn. Backhand blade spam wasn't good enough. That's crazy. The most OP weapon in the game wasn't enough for you with your poise setup and your Vare mask. That's crazy, bro. I met someone who put ketchup on my dad's medium rare $50 steak. Yeah, exactly. That's what Waves of Gold is. You know, that's the same thing. You're putting ketchup on your $70 video game that you spent all that money on, that Miyazaki and From Software's team spent years creating so that you could enjoy it. Now, don't get me wrong, they put Waves of Gold in the game for you to use, but it's at the very end of the game. You know, it's pretty much the last weapon you're supposed to be able to get for a reason, you know, I think. So yeah, maybe on like New Game Plus, you're allowed to enjoy Waves of Gold a little bit, but for every person in the group to have it and to be slamming it down the enemy's throat every time you find a new enemy, like I said, I just feel like they're robbing themselves of the experience. Oh, it's just one person. Damn. That's crazy. You brought out the OP bleed hammer with the Vare mask on and it didn't work. That's crazy. It's crazy when people use OP shit and it doesn't work. Oh, really? You mean Elden Ring? You got Elden Ring for $20? Your dad did? That's cool. How convenient for him to have been able to do that. Elden Ring Night Rain is apparently only going to be $40. So they're not even going to charge full price for that, which is great because it's kind of like an official mod, basically. So it's like more than a DLC, but not very much more than a DLC. And the DLC costed $40, so it makes sense that they would charge only $40. All right, we're only gonna do like 10 more minutes before I end stream. So just a heads up, only a couple more invasions. At least we've had good activity so far. Like, I haven't had to wait very long for invasions in between each invasion. You guys gonna... Yeah, you're gonna boss storm me. Damn. Yeah, I mean, I would stream for longer, but I have work to go do, and I also have to make food soon. And I don't want to stop the stream to make food. And then after I do some of my work that I have to do, because I work from home, my partner is going to come home from her job, and we're going to spend time together. So yeah, can't stream all day. Got to end at some point. But if you want, not only, like I said, can you go watch the video on YouTube that I put up, and a couple of my videos if you want to go watch more than just the one video that just came out. But also the rest of this stream that was on before you got here is available in VOD form on Twitch and on YouTube. Both are going to be available to watch. So you can, if you want, you can watch the portion from before you arrived, which was like 2.5 hours or 3 hours of footage. And a lot of it's actually pretty good. We had a lot of good invasions today. This was a good day. There wasn't very many bad invasions. Some days it's nothing but bad invasions and long wait times. But we haven't had long wait times, and we had pretty much all good invasions so far. Only like one or two that were like mildly annoying, which is great. Damn. Getting boss doored 3 times in a row right before I'm supposed to leave the stream. That's crazy. Whoops. Nearby only. That was not intended. I'm actually kind of like really hungry. I kind of can't wait to eat. Three people. This is a weird place to spawn. Is that the boss? Yeah, that's the boss. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, he threw a spear. People who use the spear throwing Ashavor are so annoying. Ah, that was bad. I didn't think he was gonna... I thought he was gonna take more damage. Alright, I'm gonna block those summons, because they were really annoying. Yeah, bro, remember that was a 3v1. Before you get all cocky and start spamming fucking bear claw moves at me. As if you would have done better than me in that situation. Thought about getting the jar cannon out, but the fucking summon in the back was charging up arrows, and he was charging up fucking spears. And I'm like, I don't know if getting the cannon out, because it's going to make me very stationary. I don't know if that was going to be a good idea or not. And I still don't think it would have been. I think it would have ended worse. I think I just would have got pummeled. Had pretty much no chance at that point. Okay, that's 2 people. Oh, I think I've faced these before. Cool. Now we can 1v1. How cool is that? Okay. That's what you get for being a bleed nerd. And not actually knowing how to play the game. Alright, we're probably going to do one more. As long as it's not a boss door. And, Win or lose, that'll be the last one for the day. I also have to use the bathroom. Okay, cool. Here we go. Hopefully it's not a boss door. For literally everybody's sake. Except these guys that I'm fighting. Okay. Well, there it is. Host that ran from me until his summon could interact. And a summon that spammed one thing. That's okay. That's it. Like I said, win or lose, we were going to quit after the next invasion. So thank everyone who stopped by. Thank you. A new video just came out on my YouTube, so YouTube/Apex27 with 2 X's in the name. Let's see, what else? I got a new series of videos that I'm going to start doing pretty soon, probably, so look forward to that. It's got something to do with From Software and Marvel Rivals. You could probably figure out what it is if you know both of those things. And yeah, be back tomorrow, same time, same place, same game, and that's about it. So yeah, this has been Apex 27, and adios for now.